Hi YouTubers, this is Simply Monica coming at you with another little ramble. This one is about Loc Nazis and with the question marks. And why are there Loc Nazis out there? I may be a little late with this question, but and with this topic actually, but I started joining Loc groups on Facebook, and I'm with like maybe 3 to 5 of them, something like that. And I'm looking at the pictures and the posts and stuff like that, and the natural hair shows, coming up and all these things, and it's inspiring. It's great. It's great that the natural hair movement has taken off to this extent, whether it's loose natural or locks or whatever the case may be. It's great. I'm all for it. And it's just like, but as I really start digging in deeper, it seems like those that are locked are like, locked or nothing, and that sometimes some people make it seem that way, like you have to be locked or nothing else. Nothing else is suitable, nothing else would work, which is kind of like crazy to me because, again, in the natural hair community, locks are the smallest community out of it. Oh, actually, forget natural hair community. Out of hair community, period. Wigs, weaves, perms, loose natural hair, locks, and I'm sure there's 1 or 2 that I'm missing in their braids and so forth. Lock community is the smallest community out of them all. And yet, we up here acting like we're special. Why? Why are we acting like you have to be locked or you're nothing, And even those that were locked, that cut their locks, we like, oh no, you cut your locks, oh my God, and I understand. For some people, it's the spirituality of it. It's the connection. It's the grassroots. It's the some folks it's religious. Some folks have different reasons for being locked, and I do understand that. But everybody don't have them same beliefs. And if they want to lock their hair today and be bald tomorrow, they should have it. Why are there Loc Nazis running around like you have to be locked, or else they gonna, shun you from the community afterwards? And that's the way it is. And it's just like baffling to me that, the smallest community have the snootiest people in it. I mean, if you look anywhere, on YouTube, on Facebook, on whatever, the community for locked people, men and women, is so small. It's like ridiculous. The smallest group, but yet, but yet you gotta be, snooty and I'm all that because I'm locked in my locked journey and and I'm all that. Not everybody, but a lot of people. And it's sad because it pushes people away from us. It makes us be in that little crazy clique in the corner somewhere that nobody wants to be bothered with or include, because we up there thinking we that special that we can exclude somebody else. And I'm not saying everybody, and I'm not saying every group, but I'm saying what I do find a lot is Loc Nazis. And they said they had I know they was going around of natural hair Nazis. Oh, you had to be natural, you were nothing. Or you had wig and weave, the wig and weave community against the natural hair community. Why, people? Why do we have this infighting, I'll say, between hairstyles and hair textures? Yes, it's better to have your natural hair, especially being that we're in this movement. It's better to have your natural hair because there's a lot of styles for it, whether it's loose natural hair or locks. There's a lot of styles for it. There's a lot of products for it. There's a lot of methods to do your hair. Everybody's hair is different. You can see success in a lot of different people walking on the streets, on the internet, and so forth. You can see the possibilities of what your natural hair could be, and that's whether it's kinky or full A, B, C's, and R's and K's, whatever the case may be. Fine. But, and that's great. But if you don't have natural hair, you're not a bad person. You're not going to be hurt or beat up in the street by folks with afros. I mean, it's like I don't understand. The same for the loc community. If you're not locked, we don't want to talk to you. Why is that? When I'm on YouTube and just surfing other people, not making videos, not as a vlogger, just looking at other people, I'm looking at natural hair, I'm looking at perms, I'm looking at weave, I'm looking at the whole shebang, as well as stuff that's totally outside the hair genre. And that's because they may have a style or a method or whatever that I may be interested in, or I may just want to say it looks nice on you, or whatever the case may be. But I've seen some styles in the loose natural hair community that I tried on myself. So, I mean, hair is hair. But, it's just like the loc community is, I keep saying it, and people still, like, are bugging out because we are so small and so isolated because we isolate ourselves. And we carry our pitchforks, our locks on our pitchforks, and we go around to all the people who are not locked, and we shun them, and we isolate them, and we push them back, with our forks and whatnot, and we say, no, you're not locked, so you can't come over this line. You can't talk to me. You can't do this, and you can't do that. And also, it's even worse, because then they say, if you're not locked for a long period of time, or if you're not, committed to the journey, or if you cutting your hair every 2 seconds, or all these things, it's like 5 people in the community, and we trying to kick out 2 of them. I mean, come on. Then we wonder why more folks are not locked. We wonder why more folks are not jumping on the lock bandwagon and staying on the lock bandwagon. There's tons of folks that's trying it out, of course, but locks are not for everybody. The journey is not for everybody. But more folks are not staying on the bandwagon because we're pushing them out. We're like, oh, that's not right. That's not good enough. Why would you do that? Why, instead of embracing them and having generic to general ideas and methods and so forth, everything is not going to work for everybody, indeed, but embracing them more. And it's just like, we the first ones to point the finger, oh, I've been locked for 8 years, or I've been locked for 15 years, and if your locks are damaged, busted, broken, falling apart, coming out your scalp, whatever have you, or you're not even doing them, they're just looking a hot mess, then what's the point? What's the point of having them 8 years and they looking a mess? I mean, I don't know. But I think, and it's like no other community is like that. No other loose hair community, which my sister's a part of, they don't have that. They embrace each other, and that's what this in my last video. One of my last videos, my last ramble, is that they embrace each other. They have different methods. They, try different things. I'm sure there's some that's in there, but it's like they have a community. The wig and weave have a community. They share information and they, so forth. The loc community, forget it. Forget it. We got to be the rabble rousers. And I know to be locked, it's a big step. It's a huge step. Like, I've been locked for a very long time. Coming up, I'm going to put up my journey. Because it'll be 8 years for me. And I'm going to put up my journey soon. And, I've been locked for a very long time. And it takes a long time to accept the process. That's what I say. Because you go through the ugly stage, you go through it's not working right, is it locking, and, so forth like that. And it's a process to go through. And everybody may not want to go through that whole process to get long locks or to get healthy locks or whatever have you. But to me, I don't think I would ever be anything else. I thought about cutting, I cut them, but I thought about taking them out. I thought about all kinds of things. And, locks are what I do. This is it. I couldn't think of anything else I would want to do with my hair besides locks. That's it. But to keep them fresh and to keep them new and whatever have you, I cut them. You can cut them in all kind of ways. You can cut them like Whoopi Goldberg on The View. She got them in the bob. You can cut them asymmetrical. You can cut them any sort of way. They don't have to be long and just hanging there because they're locks. You can cut them any sort of way. You can cut a bang. You can cut layers in your hair. You can do tons of stuff. It's still hair. And, being that it's locks, people feel like, oh, you have to be true. You can't do this and you can't do that and you can't, style it so much. And you can't, do all these things. And I'm like, it's hair. It is just hair. Yes, it's more sensitive than other styles and so forth, but it's hair. And I just like, I don't know, that lock community is it's sad. It really is sad. It needs some more love. We need to reach out to starter locks. We need to reach out to medium level locks, and we need to, because I've been locked for 8 years, so I'm already an old head at locks. But we, as far as the people that has been locked for at least 5 or more years, need to reach out to everybody else and embrace their journey. It's okay if you cut your hair. We're not gonna come to your house with pitchforks and locks down to our butt, stabbing you with with locks and gel and grease. We're not gonna do it with beeswax. We're gonna come to your house with beeswax and lock styling gel and whatnot and beat you down and twist your hair. We're not gonna do it. It's okay if you cut your hair. It's okay if you keep starting over. It's okay if you do those things. And we, as old heads with locks, need to start embracing them and showing them love, and that it's okay and whatnot. They get in love. Those that started locks are getting love from other folks who started locks. Why is that? Why is that? And I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying a lot of them. Why is that? The reason why is because the old heads are not reaching out, to embrace them. And of course, you ain't got to hold nobody's hand and spoon feed them. Of course not. Just leave a little comment. How you doing? Good luck on your journey, or whatever the case may be. So, and I started doing that as well because I am an old head in the game. So, yeah, I'm hood. But, we have to start doing that. I mean, why is somebody with their lock, the start a lock journey, are only communicating with other folks in their start a lock journey? I mean, we're not talking about the little bugs like here. We're talking about when they actually lock up and they're able to do something with their hair. I mean, we got to start reaching out and stop being so isolated and isolating ourselves, but yet we like the little barking dog. The little barking dog got no bite until they get around another big dog and they want oh. I mean, come on, knowing that big dog will take you out. All the other communities could take us out and wipe us off the face of the map, and we up there with our pitchforks want to be the loudest and the snootiest and I got love. I mean, come on. It's not that serious. It really isn't, because every other community doubles, triples, and quadruples us, by far. So please. Anyway, I will document maybe the next video or the video after that. I think is going to be my lock journey, and from long to short to long and medium and all these things, and that's about it. Rate, comment, and subscribe as always. Give me a thumbs up, will be appreciated. And how about just view it? That's a good thing. And let's see. Any comments? Please leave them below, because I love to read comments and answer questions and talk and ramble and rabble too and all that stuff. Anyway, see you in the next video. Peace out.